There has been a battle between men and women since the beginning of time. Who is smarter? Who is stronger? Who is better all around? What is interesting in today's news is that many are striving to just be equal, to be on the same playing field as the other. This is not to say that one sex is wanting to have more than the other, but they want to have the same opportunities. I think that this can be seen extremely well in sports. In 1972, the federal government passed Title IX. This is a huge step for all athletes, not just women, for equality when it comes to federal funding. This means on both sides, men and women are entitled to the same funding. However, what this does not cover is the attention and media coverage that all teams get. It also does not cover the pay that all teams will get. There has been a lot of news stories lately that highlight this discrepancy. Looking at any type of media coverage, the first that many will turn to when they want an update is ESPN. What I find interesting is that more often than not, there are men hosts on the set. While there are women, they are in the minority. So many times the host will spend all of the show looking at an athlete's stats from year to year. It is even interesting to note that the top coverage on their website is all men's teams. Granted, the WNBA, for example, is not in season, but there is not the coverage that there is for the NFL, draft season is upon us, or the MLB. The WNBA, their season starts very soon. There should be the coverage like there is for the NFL, the baseball teams, and the basketball teams leading up to their season. The top sports teams that are discussed are the NFL, NBA, NHL, and the MLB. Football, basketball, hockey, and baseball. All of these are men's sports teams. They are the top grossing teams, and they are men. The women are not discussed as much. While they are not able to physically compete on the same level, it comes down to biology, guys, women should be afforded the same coverage and amazement as the men. The women's soccer team has caught a lot of attention lately. After the U.S. team won the National Cup 2 years ago, many stepped forward to talk about the bias when it comes to the pay that the women receive versus the pay that the men receive. They demanded that they be paid the same as the men for the same accomplishments. It is shocking that some reports said they were paid half as much as their male counterparts. This battle is seen in my very own high school. I am the assistant coach for the girls swim team. Unfortunately, our season is the same season as football. Our school has an award-winning student-run production class that does what many news stations do. This means that they do send people out to cover sports teams and events. So many times they have come to our swim meets, other tennis matches, and soccer games, all to be booted out for the football game that many students were at anyway. This can be very frustrating, especially when many of these teams are making it to state levels and ranking in the top of the county and the state, unlike our football team. There have been a lot of strides taken to equal the playing field, no pun intended. There are inequalities on both sides, not just men or women. It's all about what brings in the money. Since there has been better success in the making of the NFL, NHL, MLB, and NBA, there's more coverage of these sports. I think that there could be equal coverage and pay for both sexes, but it will take some time.